hello, how are you? I'm Pia. In this vlog, I am using a spinner wheel to decide how many hours I'm going to be reading for this week, which I'm really excited about. I have been in a reading slump for a few weeks now, and I think a lot of it had to do with like end of semester, just like lots of things going on and craziness there. But also I've been reading Oathbringer, and that has put me into a huge reading slump. So I really want to get out of that, read some new books, have some fun times. Like that is what I'm going to be doing in this video. Today is day 1. We'll do it for 7 days. I spun the wheel this morning. I'm checking in a little later just because my hair took a while to dry. I spun the wheel and I got 6 hours for today. I'm currently 2 hours and 25 minutes into those 6 hours, and I'm gonna talk to you with what I've been reading and what I'm planning on reading this week. So I have been reading I Was Born for This by Alice Oseman because I just have been in the mood, the absolute mood, for a YA book. Like I just have really wanted to read YA and I haven't in a while. So this is what I gravitated towards because this is the only Alice Oseman full-length book that I haven't read, I believe. And I basically started it, I think I was like 30 pages in yesterday, but I basically started it today and now I'm over 200 pages in. I don't know exactly where I am at because I was like switching back and forth between listening to the audiobook and reading it physically because I went on a cute little walk. I'm incorporating a lot more walks into my routine lately, so having an audiobook is really nice. I'm really liking this. I did just read a boy band book, so now I'm like very in the boy band spirit. And I'm like, should I watch This Is Us? Like, I'm like, should I watch one of the Larry Stylinson videos on my watch later? Like, should I watch that? That was a time of my life, and you know what? I support it still. But I really like this book. I love Alice Oseman's writing style. I think she's like, it's so uniquely her. I think they also are kind of like, they're not Gen Z. They're very like, to me, they're very like millennial core, but I do love it, and I love all the Tumblr-ness of this book, and like, it makes me feel like a teenager. You know what I mean? So I really like that. I'm at a point where this is my last week of classes, why I want to document it, and I am growing up and I just wanted to read YA and feel like a teenager again, and this is like making me feel like that. Like our main character, Angel, like she's very lost in her life. Like the only thing she really knows that she loves is this boy band. Everything else is kind of inconsequential to her. And then we have our other main character, Jimmy, who is in the boy band and he is feeling very overwhelmed with it all. Like a lot is changing around him. The boy band's getting bigger and he just like wants regular life. That's the story, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm probably gonna finish this today because I think I have an hour left of the audiobook, so I will finish this and probably start another book today. 6 hours I think is like the perfect, like for a day where I don't have to do anything. Like I have to do a few other things, but like where I don't really have to do a lot, 6 hours is a great time. Other days when I have class, we're gonna see what we're gonna do. We're gonna see. But I did go to the library recently. I've been a few times this week, I gotta be honest with you, because I love the library. I have 3 other books. That book's obviously a library book, but I have 3 other books to share with you. So first I have Family Meal. They're all so shiny and I'm like right in front of the window. This I don't remember what it's about, but I heard it's queer. It's about like family and friends. Intimate novel about 2 young men, once best friends whose lives collide again after a loss. Okay, so I was in like a literary fiction mood and I was feeling this. I also picked up Homebodies, which I recently returned because I like read the first chapter and I didn't really like it. So I got this. I also have the audiobook out from my library, so hopefully like I will get into this soon. But then my most recent trip I was like YA and romance, like that's all I want to read. So I got The Love Con, which is a romance that I've seen a lot of places, but I also like couldn't really remember anything about it. I don't remember what it's about. He's cosplaying as her boyfriend, but their feelings for each other are real. Ooh, I believe this is like fake dating and best friends to lovers cosplay thing going on as well. I love the cover, genuinely. Like I think it's so beautiful. It was like pink and I want it. So, I do want to read a romance, like in a good romance. Like I really hope it's good, and I've seen it a couple places recently. And then the last book I got, I was really excited to see at my library, and it wasn't on hold, which is This Is Me Trying. This is the new Raquel Marie. I have really enjoyed everything I've read by this author before, and this is kind of like a kind of different style of book for them. I believe this is dealing with like loss and grieving, and it's about friends coming together after some time separated and coming together because of this other friend's death. I'm just really excited about it. As we know, I love things about grief. But I also just like really love this author, and I was so excited to see this there. This might be the next book I pick up. I also own books that I bought with my own money that I could read. Library books are just so much better. I just love library books. I'm gonna go back to reading now. Like I said, I have other bits and bops to do today, but that's pretty much all I'll be doing today because it's Sunday. Hi friends. We are I have like an hour and 20 minutes left of my reading for today, but I didn't give you an update when I finished a book and started a new book, so let me do that. Finished I Was Born for This. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. I really liked this. I liked a lot of the like deeper discussions it was having. Like, as much as I was like, I want to pick up a light and fluffy contemporary, I was here for the YA contemporary fun fluffy time, but I stayed for the deeper mental health goodness that was going on in this book. When I was saying like it made me feel like a teenager again, it genuinely did, like in the best and worst ways possible. Like you just have so like nothing figured out when you're a teenager, and it just like really like embodied that feeling of like not knowing who you are, not being comfortable, and just like really being unhappy with that, and unhappy with like not being a grown-up yet, and not having it all figured out yet, and not liking yourself enough. And like I loved it for that. So it's not my favorite of Alice Oseman's books. The boy band of it all is a little kooky, is a little crazy, but I gave it 4 stars. I definitely think it's like a worthwhile one. If you already like Alice Oseman books, then I'd pick it up. Surprising everyone, I decided to pick up the Love Con. I know I was saying I was gonna read The Family Meal. I was saying I was gonna read This Is Me Trying. I didn't do any of those things, and I started the Love Con. I am further than where my bookmark goes. Oh, the chapters are not in the title on Spotify. That's actually so upsetting. I'm over 100 pages through it, let's say that. And I'm loving this relationship. I didn't realize this, but I love fake dating. I love fake dating. Like, it is maybe coming up to be my second place favorite romance trope. And it also has my favorite, which is Friends to Lovers. Like, there is something so good about a Friends to Lovers. Like, this book just like completely like embodies what I love about Friends to Lovers so much. Like, these two friends love each other so fucking much. Like, they respect and care for each other. They have so much confidence in each other, and they are just like constantly building each other up and like wanting each other to pursue their dreams. Like, it is so lovely. And then on top of that, they're like romantically interested in each other. Like, it's so wonderful. They have this great basis for their relationship, and now they're fake dating, so now they're like getting confused, or they're like, oh, I'm doing all these romantic things, but does she know that it's because I actually have romantic feelings for her? It's so lovely. I really like it. The only thing I don't really like about this book, which is kind of funny, is like the general like cosplaying stuff. I just have no interest in it. It's like if that's your thing, like go ahead, like love it, do your thing. But like it's just not my thing. And it also has like this reality show aspect as well, where like our main character like is on this cosplaying reality show where like it's kind of like, what's that one called? Fashion Runway is what I was gonna call it. And I know that's not what it's called. Project Runway. It's kind of like Project Runway, but for cosplaying, and you get to win $100,000 and a chance to like do costumes for a big movie. And that is how like the story goes. She has to get a partner, so she asks, well, she doesn't really ask, she just says that she's gonna do it with her friend, and then her friend's like, okay, yeah, I'll do it. I don't care. And there's such like a solid relationship. It's actually so beautiful, because like they are getting asked all these like really pointed questions by these producers. They're like, ooh, but she's not like your other girlfriend, or like, ooh, but she does this and this and this, and they're like, no, like she's actually beautiful and strong and passionate and courageous and brave, and I just love her so much. Like, that's all their answer to everything. And I'm just like, yes, like I love it. I am really enjoying this. I am not gonna finish it today, but I will probably get close. I don't know, I have another hour and 20 minutes of listening. Well, I'm listening and reading. I should make that clear. When I'm walking, I did just get back from another walk, because my life is surrounded by walks right now because I'm an injured runner, so I have nothing to do. So I have been walking a lot, so that is when I have been listening to all my audiobooks, but I am reading along, I promise. Hello friends. I feel like the need to change the angle every time. So we are at my desk. Keep my cute little tote bag from my book club. Absolutely adorable merch. I love it. I am 30 pages from finishing this book, but I'm done with my 6 hours. I might just finish this book tonight. I don't know. It's almost 6, so I'm like in the middle of making dinner. Like very much like pasta is boiling, but I wanted to just quickly do this clip. I want to finish it. I might finish it tonight. We'll see. I'll let you know tomorrow. But let us do my little spinny spin for what I'm gonna read tomorrow. Okay, if it's another like high-ish number, I only have 1 class tomorrow and like not much else planned, that would be fine. It's also cool if it's low. You'll see it before I do, because I can't fucking see. Okay, I literally cannot tell. Okay. Oh, 6 again. Okay. So we will be reading for another 6 hours tomorrow. I have one class and some other bits and bobs to get done. I have to edit the podcast. I think that's all I have to do. So yeah, that will be very exciting. And I will definitely, if I don't finish this book tonight, I'm gonna finish it tomorrow. So I will be starting another book and I will have to mentally prepare myself to start another book. I don't know when I want to start. I have no idea what mood I'm in. I have a little bit of an update for you. I haven't started my reading for today, but I did read more last night. I think like I just caught the reading bug. Like I'm so excited to read. So I did finish The Love Con. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars because I really liked it. I really liked most things about it except the cosplay part of it. I was like, I couldn't come up with the word except the cosplay part. I liked everything else about it. I liked the relationship a lot. I liked kind of like the stakes were really high and like I liked it. So I thought it was really good and cute, and yeah, so now I can return this to the library. And then I wanted to read more. I was like, what can I read? And I was like, oh, I could read all these books I own, or I was like, oh, I could read all these books I got from the library. And then I was like, what if I read a book I didn't own? So I started, it's called Don't Want You Like a Best Friend, because I have been so wanting to read this book because it is queer. It is a female like Regency, I don't know if that's the right period. I don't know. Historical romance. It's like Bridgerton, but gay, if you know me. You know those are 2 of my favorite things. So I have been really wanting to read it, and I've been waiting to get a loan of it from my library of the audiobook. And then I went on Everand and they had it. This is not sponsored, but I was very excited. So I just downloaded the ebook as well. So I've just been reading that, and that has been really fun and funky fresh. I'm really excited about it. It is, so far, it is like dual POV. One girl is like looking to get married. She needs to get married this season in order to like financially secure her family. And then the other one is just a goof, just a laugh. This is like her 4th or 5th season, and she really doesn't want to get married, and it doesn't seem like that's anything that she wants to do. So I'm sure there will be fun goofs and gags. It also is supposed to be like a Parent Trap style of story because their parents seem to have some sort of past, I guess you could say. So that's fun. I love a Parent Trap. I love the Parent Trap. I have been wanting to rewatch The Parent Trap, but I can't watch it if it's not summer. And it's just the most summery movie to me. Yeah, I'm really going to keep reading that book. And I don't know how much longer I read for yesterday, but I'm gonna start my reading for today now because I just got some stuff done. And yeah. Hello, besties. How's it going? I have to ice my foot. Let me just... So, I just got back from class and my errands that I had to run. I was returning library books and accidentally picking up more books, which I'll show you. And I went to Target to get some food for right now because I didn't have any food. I have read for an hour and 25 minutes today, which means I have another little less than 5 hours left. And I am going to finish Don't Want You Like a Best Friend. Is that what it's called? I don't know. I'm gonna finish that. And I'm really liking it, by the way. I'm reading that. I'm like 50% into that. So that's gonna take me another, I guess, hour and a half or so to finish. And I like it. I like both of the girls. Although, to me, one is so much more of a brunette than the other. And like the other is so much more of a blonde. And they're blonde. Like, the one that's blonde, I feel like is more of a brunette. And the one that's a brunette is more of a blonde. But maybe that's just stereotypes. That's just how I picture them in my head. I am really liking it. I like the parent trappiness of it, and I like them just like discovering their feelings for each other. It's very sweet, and it's like a friends to lovers, which is my favorite thing, as we know. But I am making sure today, I did get the loan back from my library, so I'm gonna dedicate half of my reading today, which is 3 hours, to reading more about Oathbringer. Now, what is this vlog? I'm so glad I'm not like trying to keep consistent with what I'm reading because I'm a mood reader, and like, am I in the mood for this? Not really. Not really, but I need to get back to it because if not now, when? And I don't want to like forget the 500 pages that I've read. So I'm gonna read for 3 hours of this and see where I get to as well today. So that's like the plan. Finish that book and then get however far I can in 3 hours in this book. But let me show you the books that I got from the library. I was there and I was like, let me get a couple clips for the Instagram. Let me return some books. And then inevitably I got 2 more books. I returned 2 books and I got 2 books. So I'm not taking in more than I already had, but do I have 4 books from the library now? I do. The first thing I saw there was The Center, and I have been looking for this book at the library because they have this whole display right now, which is all like flowery covers. And they have this book called The Glutton, which I was confusing for this book for the longest time because it has a very similar cover. But this is the book that I'd heard Books and Lola talk about, and I was like, very intrigued because I believe it has to do with languages, and it's weird and it's short, and that's just what I love, isn't it? So it's like less than 300 pages. Yeah, and I'm very excited to read it. It was my lucky day. I found Remarkably Right Creatures, which I think I said I wanted to read this spring, and it is still spring. Spring has sprung, let me tell you. And I've been saying I was gonna read this book, and then I didn't, and I don't have the loan from the library for this audiobook, but I could probably find it somewhere on one of my many audiobook sources, and I just think this would be really fun. I think it's great for spring, and I think that like that would be so fun. Yeah, this is a little longer, which is like intimidating per se, because I am reading a Brandon Sanderson, and that's doable to me. But it is not my favorite. I love a like cut off at 300 pages. Like I love a 90-minute movie. I love a 300-page book. Like that is me. But those are the two books that I got from the library. Will I be back to the library during this vlog? Probably, because I have to go every time I finish a book because I want to return it to the library as soon as possible so someone else can read it. And then I also just love the library. I got an email from the library today. They actually want me to volunteer for something, and I'm like, a personal email? Okay. They love me. They want me so bad. It is almost 3, so I should really get to my reading because the night is still young, but I'm not getting any younger. So let's get to my reading. Let's get back to Don't Want You Like a Best Friend. Hello, my friends. It has been 6 hours of reading today. I don't remember when I last updated. I don't remember. But I finished Don't Want You Like a Best Friend, Don't Like You Like a Best Friend, whatever that book is called. I gave it 3.5 stars because while I did think it was cute and I did like it and I liked the vibes and I liked the setup, I think I didn't believe that they were in love as fast as they were. And so that's why I gave it a lower star rating. But anyways, I did read almost 200 pages of Oathbringer, and I'm back into it. Every time I think I'm done, they pull me back in. I'm hoping, I wanted to read this. I didn't know when I was getting my loan from the library, and I was gonna read this in a different video. But now I just think I'm gonna read it. But let's spin the wheel and find out what I'm gonna read for tomorrow. I need a low number. I need at most a 3. At peak, I need a 3, but I would love a 1 or a 2 because I don't have time tomorrow. So let's, hold on. There was a problem with my spinner. The numbers 7 and 8 weren't on there. I swear I'm smart. I swear I'm smart, okay? Oh my god, let's just spin it again. Okay. You can't see this. Can you see it? I don't know. Did we get it? We got 2. Oh yeah. I can read for 2 hours. Will I read this for 2 hours tomorrow? I don't know. Hi friends, don't mind that I'm in the same hoodie that I was in possibly in the last clip. This is this week's hoodie, so I do put it on at the end of each day. For my pre-bedtime routine, I put on a hoodie. So, as you saw in the B-roll, I did not in fact read more of Oathbringer, which I still have here. She's still very much on the mind, but I was mentally drained. I was mentally drained today. I cried a lot today. I'm in a little bit of my feels. I'm graduating. Well, I don't have actual graduation this week, but like this is my last week of classes, so it's very much hitting me all at once. So that was my feels today. So I was like, I don't have the bandwidth to read a Brandon Sanderson book, specifically Oathbringer, because it's like, I love Oathbringer. It's just it's just too much for me. So I decided to start the center, which, as you know, I just picked this up yesterday, and I got 120 pages into it, 121 for my 2 hours of reading. I think I told you, it's a relatively short book. I'm really enjoying it. I did not like I didn't like the first chapter. The first chapter I was like, this is boring. But then we got to the center and I was like, oh, this is really interesting. And I'm obsessed with it. So basically, this is a story about a woman who wants to be a translator, and she knows Urdu, and she translates a bunch of like Bollywood films, and that's kind of what she does. Like, she does like subtitles and stuff, but she wants to like translate books and like literature, but she doesn't know any other languages. And she meets this guy who speaks like 10 plus languages fluently, and she's like, how does he do it? And they get into a relationship, and he eventually like divulges to her that there's this place called the Center, and they have this quirky little program where you can learn a language in 10 days fluently. And I can only tell one person, I can only recommend one person, you have to go through the screening process, but like, if you want to do that, you should do that. And so she does it, and it's like super, I'm not spoiling it, but like, it's super weird. It's just very like unsettling. And then she gets back and she like does her whole thing. She's like, becomes a translator queen. But I'm sure she'll go back to the Center. I'm sure we'll find out more about the Center. It's giving me We Spread vibes. And you know that I love We Spread. It is my favorite horror book. And I'm not sure if this is necessarily going to be horror. I know it is published under Gillian Flynn's imprint, which is really interesting to me. I've never read a Gillian Flynn book. Maybe I'd like them. I don't really know. Yeah, it seems like this type of like twisty, unsettling, slow reveal kind of book that I would really enjoy, and it's like short, so heck yeah. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm like, definitely, the more I'm getting into it, the more I'm enjoying it. So yeah, let's find out how long I have to read for tomorrow. I have to edit the podcast tomorrow. Did I say I was gonna edit it Monday? I didn't. Well, okay, I did line up the audio and the video. That's what I did. I did one thing. I do have to edit the podcast tomorrow, but other than that, I don't actually have to do many other things. So I'll be happy with whatever I get. I have one other class. I have one class I have to go to. So let's spin the wheel and let's see what we got. If I get 6 again, I swear to God. 6. This is the week where I read for 6 hours every day. I feel. Okay, that's perfectly fine with me. 6 hours I feel like is like, it's a lot of reading in a day, but it's like, it's the most that like is not too obtrusive in my life. But that means I'm definitely going to finish the Center tomorrow because I am halfway through it, and then I will read more of Oathbringer. So I definitely need to pick this back up. Hopefully my brain will start working again. Those are my reading plans for tomorrow. I was about to say that's all for this reading vlog, and it's really not, because it's literally day 3. I'm a little bit fried, so I'm gonna go. But I will see you all tomorrow. Hi friends, it is Wednesday, and I am only an hour and 43 minutes into my reading of 6 hours today. But I did finish The Center, and I wanted to give you a little update on it. I really enjoyed this book. I really like the twist in here. It is like my type of twist, let me tell you that. It's exactly like, if you know me, it's exactly like what I want to see. I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars, which is like my rating for literally everything I read at this point. I really liked it. I did find the beginning to be hard to get into, and I wish, although I liked the twist, I wish there was like more to it. I feel like it's a short book. It's like less than 300 pages. The end is kind of, and then things happened. Like, it's very like, it's ambiguous, I guess. And it's leaving it up to like your interpretation, filling in the blanks. And I wish kind of like it was more fleshed out, but I think it's a good debut. I think it's a weird book, and I think it's interesting, and I had a good time reading it, didn't I? So there we go. That book is done. So what else am I doing today? I already edited the podcast, so that's done. But I think I'm going to submit my finals today, I think, because they're not due until the weekend, but I think I'm just gonna submit them and then probably edit. Yeah, I'm gonna go get some more stuff done, and then I'll come back to update you with my reading later. friends. I feel like, is that crooked? Hello? I don't know. I have read a lot of this book today. Let's see. Take a look. I have read this much. I have this much left. I am on chapter 100. I'm on page 934. I've read for 6 hours today. I am killing it. Am I loving this book? Not really. Not really. What can I say about Oathbringer? There's a lot of waiting around, and then you get to and then there's maybe like a scene of some action, which is exciting, and lots of things happen. Right now, we're in quite a sticky situation, so I'm interested to see how that turns out. But like, as the book has progressed, there has been like more and more perspectives, and like, maybe I'm just dumb. Maybe I'm just dumb. Like, I have accepted that as a fact of my life, but like, it is so hard to keep all these perspectives straight, because not only, like, I'm in part 4, right? And in part four, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 perspectives. And in the interludes, there's 3 perspectives. So that's a total of 11 perspectives. One of them is a repeat, so 10 perspectives in this book. And it's a little, especially with like the side quests and stuff, like the interludes that then bring into like the main story, like some of the characters that have like full perspectives in the main story were just interlude perspectives, so like I have to remember like what was going on there. And basically, like, this is about like a hundreds, thousands year long war between 2 groups of people, and they have very similar magic, except one's like corrupt and one's not, but you can it's up to you to decide if both are corrupt or whatever, but like the magic is like the same. So I have to like remember, I'm like, oh, you're a bad guy, quote unquote. You're on the opposite side as the main cast of characters. You're thinking this, and you had this happen to you, and like this and this and this, and it's just a little bit tricky to understand. Maybe it's because I've been reading for 6 hours today. But I only have 300 pages left. Yeah, not bad. That's like that whole book, the center. That's like the entirety of that. Yeah, I've read 930 something pages of this book, which is quite exciting. So let's find out how long we are going to read tomorrow. I'm going to my last 2 classes of life, which is exciting. And so I do have class for like 4 hours. But other than that, like, I can stay up late, I can do whatever. I have a pretty free day. So let's spinner. If we get 6 again, I'm just gonna cancel this video. It's gonna be me reading for 6 hours every day. Oh no, we got 7. Oh, amazing. Like more hours. Amazing. Okay, fab. Well then, that means I'm definitely gonna finish Oathbringer tomorrow, which is really exciting, and I will be able to start another book, which is also exciting, because I think I said I have 300 pages left, which equals 4.5 hours-ish of listening time. So that's about half of my reading time for tomorrow will be spent reading this and finishing her up. Then I can be finished with it, which is so exciting. Like, I love this series and I love the characters so much. Well, I love one character a lot. Yeah, I love one character the most, and then the other characters I kind of don't love. Last book I turned around on Shallan. I'm back. I don't like her anymore. Dalinar is kind of like, I don't like it. This is like Dalinar's book, and I like don't like him anymore either. Kaladin is the only guy I like, and like he's perfect to me, and I love him so much. But like, I like a lot of the side characters and stuff. Like Wit is my favorite character. Pattern, love Pattern. Syl, love Syl. Love the Sven? Hello? The Spren. My brain. Okay. Oh boy, I'm also gonna try to go to the bookstore tomorrow, because I think that would be a fun little treat since I'm finishing school. I thought that would be really fun. So I'm gonna, I guess, have to do some reading in the morning before class. Guess what? I'm a little low energy right now. I feel like I've had a really long day, and maybe I have. I have been reading for over 5 hours and 30 minutes, so I have an hour and a half of reading left, but I did just finish Oathbringer. Yeah, I did. It's done. All 1,200 and something pages. It's not my favorite Way of Kings book. Not my favorite Stormlight Archives book. For sure, Z's. Like, it's like centered around Dalinar, and like, I like the journey we go on with Dalinar in this book, but like, he's just not a character that I'm like obsessed with. But the side characters are what like ground the story for me, and I really like them. The romantic entanglements that were in this book did work out in a way that I enjoyed, so I was happy about that. But other than that, it was interesting and had some fun twists and turns, and there's obviously still more to come. This is going to be a 10 book series. This is book 3 and book 5 is coming out in December, so lots more to come. But done with that. Gonna give it like 4 stars because it was good, but it wasn't like that good. I started a book this morning because I wanted an audiobook while I was doing various things this morning, and I started Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. Now, am I reading like the most like polar opposite books in this video? This is just my reading taste, guys. I don't know what to tell you. Like 1 second I'm reading like a speculative, like almost horror book, then I'm reading high fantasy, then I'm reading a rom-com. Like, it's just me. But I'm reading Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez because I never got around to reading this book. I just kind of forgot about it. And I genuinely like did not read much romance last year. I'm trying to like amend that and get back into the romance sphere because I always liked romance, but I'm reading it and I'm really enjoying it. And they're sending letters back and forth to each other, and there's like anxiety representation, and I just am really enjoying it. And I want to make sure to read this before I read her new book that just came out. So, because they're all kind of like a little bit linked. That's why I'm reading it now. What am I gonna read after that? We shall see. But let's, before I finish my reading for today, I'm gonna get changed in my PJs and like listen to my audiobook and chill for the rest of the night because it's already like 9 o'clock. So I definitely will finish my 7 hours for today. I'll prove it to you later. I'll show you my clock later. But I'm gonna spin the wheel now to find out how much I'm gonna be reading for tomorrow. So let's spin her. Come on. Here we go. 2 hours. Of course, on my first day off, my first day of summer break, 2 hours of reading. That's all I have to do. I'm honestly grateful for it because I will probably finish Yours Truly, maybe start another book. Like, I need a break from reading. I need to like watch a movie. I need to watch Friends. I need to like do something else with my time. Reading is great. I'm like feeling so productive, but I genuinely need to like pursue my other interests. I need to crochet. I need to do something else. So I'm gonna continue listening to Yours Truly for the rest of my 7 hours. I'll probably get like halfway through it, and I will update you all tomorrow. I have the hiccups. I have big news. I finished my hat. If you've been on the channel since, I still have the hiccups, January, I've been working on this bucket hat since January. Is it a bucket hat? Like, I don't know, it's just a hat. But I really like it. I think it's really cute, so I'm wearing it. But basically, I had to take out literally like almost every stitch I put in this thing and redo them. All that is to say, I finished my audiobook and I got my 2 hours of reading done. I actually didn't stop my timer from yesterday, so it is 9 hours, which is 7 hours from yesterday plus 2 hours today. I just didn't change it. I am gonna chill for the rest of the day. I basically got everything I need to get done, and I had lots of time, and now I have lots of time to chill, which is awesome because it's my break, and like I'm very excited to like actually relax. Reading is like work, but also relaxing. It's like both. I did some bookstagram stuff. I am like very active on bookstagram right now. I am like trying to post every day. So go check out my bookstagram if you haven't done that already. It's Pia's Pages. Oh, we need to figure out how much I'm gonna be reading tomorrow. So let's figure that out. Maybe I'll start on it today. Let me give you my update on Yours Truly. Wait, I'm so all over the place. I'm so sorry. The hiccups are really getting to me. I finished Yours Truly. I don't know if it's my favorite Abby Jimenez, but I will have to say I have to do a reread of the other Abby Jimenez books that I've read, which I think I've read all of them. My favorite was always the Happily Ever After playlist, which I actually was thinking about rereading because I do have it with me because like I brought like a few of my favorite books with me, and then I've since acquired a lot of books since living in Boston. in Boston. So I don't know if it's gonna be my new favorite, but I loved it. I love the anxiety representation. Like I so like was seen by the love interest Jacob, and I really liked the balancing of the POVs. Usually I don't like a dual POV romance book. I'm convinced. I liked it. I thought that their problems were very real. I love fake dating like so much. And they just seemed so in love, and I just loved it so much. The way I'm still filming this clip even though I have hiccups is so funny to me. So I finished that. I really loved it. I gave it 5 stars. I think it deserves 5 stars. I think it was really good. I'm gonna have to reread the other Abby Jimenez that I thought was gonna be my favorite, or that I thought was my favorite, to see if it still holds up. But that is neither here nor there. Let's spin the wheel to find out how long I'm gonna be reading for tomorrow. I have literally less to do tomorrow. Oh, I already spun it. It's already going. We got 3 hours. I kind of wanted to read a whole book. And can I read a whole book in 3 hours? It depends how long the book is. I was thinking about reading this book for my last day of this vlog, of this reading challenge. 350 something pages. Can I get that done in 3 hours? The audiobook is 11 hours, so I'm gonna say no. It's gonna be over 3 hours, but I mean, if I don't finish it, that's okay, I guess. But I think this is definitely gonna be the next book I read, because I don't have the loan for very long from the library, and so I wanna read it soon. And I am just like, I put this on my spring TBR, like I just really want to read it. Yeah, I think this is gonna be the next book I read, and maybe I will show you what movie or show or whatever I end up watching later, because I have literally not been able to watch anything this week because I've had all these days of like reading 6 and 7 hours. So maybe I'll watch something, which would sounds really nice. Hi friends, I know you were all missing me crafting yesterday, so I hope you enjoyed that crochet time lapse. I'm crocheting my scarf again, now that it's like my only crochet project that I'm working on. And I finished the second row of green on the stripes. I'm hoping to do 3 rows, because I did 3 rows of yellow and pink, and I did 2 rows of white. So I'm hoping to do 3 rows of green and then 3 rows of blue, and then it will be finished. It does take a long time because the scarf is so long. I made it really long on purpose so I can like wrap it around myself a bunch of times, but like it maybe was a bad idea to do my first scarf super long. But anyway, I started listening to the audiobook for Remarkably Bright Creatures, and I think I've been reading for almost an hour. I haven't read that much, but I will say this feels like watching a show, like starting a show from the 5th season. Like it feels like I'm introduced to all these characters and they're already like so fully like established, and I just missed it all. Like it's really strange, and I like don't know how else to describe it that way. It also feels like it's trying to be like a Frederick Bachman style story, but it's just like missing the mark because like the characters feel like too superficial. I think I'm not gonna read this book. I don't like, just like thinking about spending the next like a little over 2 hours reading this book is like just not exciting to me. So I don't think I'm gonna read it, which is sad because I thought I was really gonna like this book, but I really don't like it. So I don't know what I'm gonna read then. I can't start the books that I have planned for my next vlog because that's for that vlog. So I have to start something. Okay. I'm convinced. Okay. I'm going to read In the Weeds by B.K. Borison because I was like, I kind of want a romance book because I think they're fun. And I read Love Light Farms by this author probably over a year ago now. I hate time. Don't talk to me about it. But I really enjoyed that book. I did want to continue with the series, and this book I've heard, like each book in the series is a different season, and like that one was winter and this one is spring, so I think that would be perfect because it's spring. Hello, May, spring. And I'm gonna listen to audiobook and read the ebook because I think I'm gonna do like 1 more row of my scarf. I also wanted to paint my graduation cap, but my paint is not here yet, so. Alrighty guys, I want to wrap up the reading vlog here because I have finished my reading for the day. I did my crocheting a little bit and then I started painting my graduation cap because my paints came in, and I'm just so indecisive, so I'm gonna paint it again, but I just painted like the base color of it for the actual painting I'm gonna do. I listened to my audiobook, so I did my 3 hours of listening. 3 hours of listening, and I did also stop and physically read it as well. The ebook, I got to my 3 hours, and so I'm 60% into that book, and I'm liking it. I'm definitely not liking it as much as the first book. I'm not, see the thing is I'm worried a little bit, like if because I don't think I will DNF this book because it's not doing anything incredibly bad. I just am not like that invested or that interested, but I'm worried that if I like put it down that I'm not gonna finish it. So I don't know if I'm gonna finish it. I would have to finish it like soon because I'm just gonna like forget about it and then not care about it. So, but that's neither here nor there. Unfortunate that I didn't get to read 7 books in 7 days. That was like, I just like the nice, like, I like the sound of that. But I did read 6 books. I read one of the biggest books I've ever read, 1,200 pages, wow. But I read some fun books, lots of 4 stars, almost all 4 stars. So happy with my reading in general. Just unhappy that I ended on 2 kind of DNFs. Well, 1 DNF and 1 I don't know if I'm gonna finish. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this reading vlog. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all the things, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!